Hello, everybody. This is Ken Faulkner. I got more of the collection. We're getting premium now. This is going to be part one of three from the premium case, keeping it somewhere in the 12, 13 knife range to keep it under control. And my throat's been a little bit bugging me lately, so I might be drinking a little water in between. And it's just like, yeah, you know how I talk, right? Enough talking? Well, I need a little water to keep my throat working. So yeah, premium stuff. We've been going through the mid range, and those were some really nice knives. Now we're really getting up there. The price is going up. Um, the range is not really like a real clean range. I just broke it into threes wherever it ended up. These are all in the $200, starting at 250 up to like 290 something. So, but then you're talking about some really good knives. I mean, it's really hard to decide when you start shopping in this range. When you start trying to think about what you want to buy because everything is so good. So much of it is so good. I mean, if you are not a good knife, you're not going to survive in this price range. It's just the way it is. You either got to have a brand name that is drawing people in, or materials that are like out of this world, or you're going to have just really good fit and finish quality, something special that makes it stand out. Speaking of standing out, let's start with TRM. This is the Bulldog. It's a little guy, but it does, EDC size, and it does feel good in the hand. These guys are always thin and slicey. Guaranteed. TRM, thin and slicey. I mean, maybe someday they'll come up with something that's a thicker, and I doubt it, because this is kind of like their brand. This is like their style. And this one has the River Lock. If I'm correct on that, I can't remember. I know somebody has the River Lock. I think it's TRM that does have that. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's the fidget on it is amazing. For a little knife, it feels really good in the hand. Doesn't feel like I'm holding on to it even when I'm fidgeting. So I really do like TRM's design. This one does have G10 scales on it. I know I can go and get something else in it, and I might someday. I haven't really shop for that yet. I got so much stuff going on, knives to buy, blade shows to go to, all these important things, right? And then there's like real life, like paying bills, so you can't just spend money. Yeah, that's the way it is. Anyway, we're talking about the usual 20CV. I guess I got some MagnaCut stuff now, but this is a 20CV blade from them. They got that logo, which isn't just like etched on or something. It's actually engraved in there, maybe stamped in. Very, very nice. USA, as usual, as always with TRM, as far as I know. And just a really good knife. I mean, anytime I get a chance, this was on secondary and a great price. I had to jump on it because they always do a good job. The clips are good. You got the screws don't show, and it's inset into the scale, not reversible. But that's not so much a thing for me as much as I think for just in general. But when you get up into this higher price range, I think you tend to see less of the reversible clips. You may find knives that you can buy a left-hand version of, but I think you see less of that because you're really looking at premium. You're looking at what it looks like, and if you got a little spot here, it's just not quite as clean for that reversible clip. It's just something I've noticed in general. Not 100%, obviously. We'll probably see some here in this part of the collection that can switch from left to right. But anyway, the Bulldog, very, very cool knife. Very slicey. Awesome knife. Mordax. Yeah, there was a long time where I wanted this one. It is Ferrum Forge design, which is something that I wanted. And it is ProTech, which I also like very much. Actually, the only two ProTechs in my collection are actually in this portion. And yeah, they got this awesome aluminum. Their button lock game is out of this world. It's not top liner or anything like that, but they just know how to do it. It's just, I don't know, maybe from all the autos that they do, they just, the action is so smooth. I mean, so they must be doing something right. I guess they're out here in California, which is odd because they're an auto knife shop. But yeah, they got this aluminum that they do, and they do it so well, so very well. The action. This is one of the knives that is flipper only, that I have no problem with, because it is just, well, for one thing, you can use the button as a opening, but it is just so smooth. So smooth. It's really fun to fidget with, and it's a great knife. Good size. I really like the size. I like the choke up point. Very nice. Feels really good in the hand. I mean, ProTech is just quality. They got the price to go along with it, but it's quality. And this one's not actually, I mean, it's 250. Let's see. I think I got this one. May have got this one on Blade Bench. I think I got that on Blade Bench, so I don't remember how much I paid, but I don't think it was quite there. CPM S45 VN. Great steel. Oh man, the acoustics. Very nice. Very, very nice. Next one is a BRS Blade Runner Systems. Normally they're doing butterfly knives, kind of like Squid Industries. Get another drink. But they had this Eons. Let's see, it was called the Evolve series. Evolve series. So they had a few knives that were locking, normal locking knives that they made, and this one was an Elijah Isham design, and it also has this is titanium, and it's integral, so it's pretty special. Nice design. You're not going to be able to flick off of that triangle because it's Elijah Isham. That's like his calling card, I think. He's always got that hole, but you can't flick off it. So that's the way it's going to be. So it's another one. This is a frame lock. Another one that is going to be flipper only. But the action is incredible. They did a really good job with this one. It's a very interesting kind of shape here on the blade. But, not quite as much belly as what I'm used to seeing from a lot of the Isham designs. And just a really cool anodized. The green is kind of interesting. It's got these marks in it, and it doesn't really bother me. It almost kind of looks like, who's that, Boba Fett or something? Kind of look to it. I'm not a huge, I love Star Wars. I remember seeing the first one when I was a kid, going to theaters with my folks, and watching those words go up the screen, and then that big. Anyway, it's something that just kind of was part of my upbringing. I just haven't followed it. Ever since like Disney took it over, it just kind of seems like it's kind of gone a little commercial or south or something. Or maybe I'm just never have been a big. But it does have that kind of Boba Fett thing, so it kind of looks like it's battle, like it's been through some battles. Some blasters have been making marks in the side of it. I don't know. It's probably just my imagination. Maybe it's just me justifying the fact that it does have a few little things on it you can see in the light. It's interesting. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's clearly just wear, but it's got this. I don't know. It could be just me. Maybe it's just me. It could easily be just me. Anyway, great knife. That's the Evolve Eon from Elijah Isham and BRS Designs, Blade Runner Systems. This is my only actual Emerson. I felt like I really needed to get one in my collection. I'm looking at some of the smaller ones. I got this big Skinner one. It's just it's a big old monster, and I like a big knife, and so yeah, it spoke to me. It called my name. It's got your typical stuff. They got that branding that they do. It's 154 cm. That's something they do. It's got this incredible, and it's just something that really kind of shocked me a bit. It just stood out. Just the way they do this G10 I know there's a lot of companies that have good milling on their G10, but it is just so grippy. It's kind of interesting in the light. It kind of does something. It's just something about the way they mill it. They're flat on the pivot. I mean, they are kind of old school, and they're not like worrying about modernizing. I think they have such a following that people really like them. I do want to at least pick up another one, at least another one. I kind of almost want to get a one of those chisel ground, but you don't see as many of those around anymore. Maybe I'll pick up one of those on Blade Bench or something. But anyway, it's a cool knife. Definitely a washer knife. Smooth action though. Fit and finish it awesome. Feels so good in the hand. Really nice. It's the Skinner from Emerson. Next one is a Vosteed. I definitely need to get more Vosteed knives. I do need to get more. I've been kind of stuck on getting the full-size Psyop. Because when I bought this one, I was choosing between this and the Psyop, and I wanted both of them, but I just got this one. Just decided to get this one. This is a RS Knife Works design. They do the Mini Paragon, one of the ones that I have in my collection that I really like. Very cool designs. For me, I mean, it may be a bit much for some other people, but I really like that Wharncliffe. Fits really well in the hand, both choked up and non-choked up. Button is the top liner lock, which is awesome. And like I say, I got to get more of that in my collection for sure. I think it's just amazing because you got that detent and a button at the same time. You don't have to choose. You can get both, you know. Not either or, it's and. So that's awesome. This is a beautiful design. This one is the RS Chaos. I think it started out as came out first as the Mayhem, and they changed it to RS Chaos because of Cold Steel's version of the of that name. But I like RS Chaos because RSK is the designer, RS Knife Works, and RS Chaos. It's very cool, better than Mayhem in my mind. Interesting grinds always from this designer. Got a very wedgy looking portion here, and the rest of it is nice, thin behind the edge. Great action, great weight. I mean, it just feels really good. The button just works fabulous. Yeah, but I just got to get a Psyop, a full-size Psyop. There's so many of these mini ones, the smaller versions, and I'm just not. I just can't do it. I want that full-size one. I just really do. And I get that stuck in my head sometimes. Not that the smaller version is bad. It's just that I have this in my mind that I wanted it, and I find it to be a little bit hard to find. And when I see it, there's like too many other things going on at the same time, like some other knife that I'm just about to get or whatever, or I just bought. So anyway, like this knife, RS Chaos. It's very cool. Titanium, and the blade steel is M390. All right, moving on. We have Chavez. Now this one is the Scapegoat, and a little different. You know, it's not. There's so many of the Chavez knives. I got like 3 with a Tonto blade, and this one has this belly and this kind of a clip pointy, drop pointy kind of look. And yeah, I just needed to get it. Once I saw it, I'm going, what is that? Wait a minute, that's not your usual Chavez shape. And I had to get it. And yeah, it took me a while, but yeah, I picked it up, and I just love it. I think it's so cool. It's got all the excellent Chavezness, including the skull clip. Great colorway with that green and blacked out. I'm kind of like over all blacked out. Sometimes it's really good. I got one right here. I enjoy it, but I just can't, you know, I need to mix it up. I need to get a little bit of OD green in there and a little micarta as well. Even though it's slick, it's still micarta. Yeah, it's interesting because you know, that blue label. I always talked about how the screws on that kind of are proud, and it doesn't bother me. And I never even realized that it's the same on the Scapegoat until just right now. Anyway, it's got that bolster lock, which is excellent because I'm not putting pressure on it. You know, sometimes I like to do the flip over and the deployment like that, and a lot of times when I do that flip over, I end up putting pressure on the lock bar when I'm trying to flick it. I'm not great at it, but I just kind of, I'm working on it, you know. Better always when not under the camera. But yeah, so bolster lock, subframe lock, any of that kind of stuff, anything with the inlay over the top of the frame lock. I think frame lock is kind of my favorite locking style, but I do like it when most of it is covered and not causing me problems with pressure on that lock bar. Speaking of which, we got another one right here. This one is the Manganus Caimano. Big old monster. Big old, just that harpoon. Very wild and speaks to me type of design with the blade. I mean, I'm not going to want every blade to be out of control, like screaming at you with wildness. But I do like it every once in a while, for sure. It's got that really cool kind of dark wash-ish titanium here on the bolster. I got that awesome purple carbon fiber. Oh man, it looks really nice. Just an awesome knife. It's got a little bit of that wear as well, just kind of like that we saw on the Eon. And I kind of like it. I kind of like it, I have to say. I mean, and I'm not the only one. I've heard other people say that they're good with a little bit of use shown in their blade or their handle in this case. The subframe lock again. I just went over it. Don't need to talk about that so much again, but I do like it. Great hole deployment on this one. You know, for the ones that don't have a hole, when you have a really good hole like this one, it's just like, it's so much fun. Can't so much do the thumb on it, but that's okay because the middle finger flick is just fabulous. Fabulous. Hollow grind. Very hollow. Very aggressive point on this thing. It's got that speary kind of harpoony kind of, you know, go into the whale and pull back the cable and you know, you're out there at sea. I don't know. Kind of gives you that adventure kind of whole look to it, even if you just work in an office like me. But you know, you dream of living life on the high seas, or you know. Anyway, we don't need to go down that path too much. But yeah, I mean, you kind of live it out a little bit in this stuff. This one's a little more sophisticated. And it does have the reversible clip. I don't know that we really saw anything else. We passed by anything else that had a reversible clip. Nope. So anyway, we do have it here. It's very subtle. Sophisticated, like I said, sophisticated. I can be sophisticated sometimes. Sometimes I'm a barbarian, and other times I can be sophisticated. I like this one. Big old long knife, nice, but sleek, and grinds just beautiful. Nice jimping up here, and this kind of silver aluminum foil carbon fiber, which is again subframe lock. Nice, really nice. Interesting kind of shape around the pivot collar thing. This is the Ari from Calum. I always forget what the name is. Calum Blade Designs. And I haven't seen much from them ever since I saw this. I fell in love with this right when I first saw it advertised. And I am so happy with this knife. It's just, like I say, it's very sleek and nice looking, and just, you know, it's not over the top in any way, but just nice. Really nice. Just the grinds on it, or the swedge on it, the jimping on it, the hole here is just, you know, the way this overlay is done so well. It's just, action is good. Nice. I really like it. We got the Manganas. I forgot to mention. I think Scapegoat was M390. I'm kind of skipping over stuff here, guys. I'm getting too caught up in the looks and the emotion, and I forget about some of the details. This one is an S90V, so you get a little bit of extra on that. You know, a little bit of premium action here. You know, S35 is great steel, but you know, S90 kind of feels like it's a notch. It's got taken it up a notch. You know what I mean? And it's just in the clip is so nice, just sleek. Those scales are just nice and thick. Got some milling in there. Nice. I mean, it's, yeah. How many times can I say nice? Uh-oh, and now I got to stay nice again. This one is the Aurelia, the Ari and the Aurelia. So this is the Aurelia. This is a Manganas steel, and this is no S35VN. This is MagnaCut, and this is also super sleek, maybe even more sleek. I mean, look at that. What a great pair. You can carry those two together. Oh my gosh. Don't they look beautiful together? Nice matching set. But this one is so clean. The contouring on it, the clip. Look at that clip. It's not your normal clip. It's not your usual clip. That is something special right there. Just the way it goes into that pocket underneath it. So it's low profile, but gives you room underneath there. So it goes into the pocket really nice. It's got a kind of a Ray Laconico-y kind of blade shape, but with maybe a little bit longer clip on it. The jimping is incredibly well done. Just a beautiful knife. Just, oh man. And it just drops so nice too. I got this one at Blade Show this year, and oh yeah, beautiful knife. Really, really, really nice. Definitely worth the money. How much I paid for this guy? $275. I mean, it's sub 300, guys. I mean, this kind of quality with MagnaCut and titanium. It's got a place for a lanyard on there, but it does not take away from the aesthetic of the blade. It is just so well done. Feels so good in hand. The contouring, that clip is just, oh yeah, it melts in. It is so nice. Really, really nice. I am very, very happy with that one. I told you guys, I'm getting into this premium stuff, and there's bangers after bangers after bangers. It's just going. Hopefully I'm not gushing too much, but I probably am. Here we go. Oh, this guy's a finger printer. Let me get so I'm going to wipe it down so that for 5 minutes you can look at that, what is the material on this guy? It is the zirconium and titanium on this one. So we're getting a little specialness here. Yeah, it is so beautiful. I remember picking this up and saying, man, is that zirconium? The guy said, yep. I was sold. Look at that. Look at the blade shape. Now, it's just a little bit hard for deployment because of the way that slot is done. It doesn't give you tons of room to get your finger in there. But if you get it just right and get used to it, you can get it. Thumb, no. But you do have a back flipper if all else fails. But it is doable. So it's not like you're flicking it off the side of the blade or anything. I don't know if you can do that. You probably can't. There's not much. Oh, maybe a little bit. But it's definitely easier than trying to do that. But yeah, look at how sleek this guy is. I mean, I don't need to bring these guys back out, but I mean, they are just clean, and we're talking about, you know, I don't know. There's a level. There's levels to things. You're not going to get this kind of look on a budget knife. Sometimes you get something like it in a mid-range, but man, when you're getting up in this range, and this is still sub 300, yeah, it's just so nice. So nice. Really do like it. Jimping feels really good. That blade shape is beautiful. Thin, nice thin design. Thin behind the edge. It's going to slice really well. The action is so buttery smooth. So nice. Yeah. How am I doing on time? Not too bad, considering how much I'm just kind of drooling over this. So we're getting into blade steel. Got to remember the stats here. The Telson. This is the Telson. I don't think I even told you that. It's from Katuo Knives. I didn't tell you that either. This is my only one from Katuo. I need to get more of their stuff too. I think they're going to be at Blade Show West, so I'm going to be checking them out. Man, it's just so well made. I mean, they are doing some really good stuff. We're talking about an M390 steel. And like I say, that's a big old piece of zirconium along there. And it looks really good until you put some fingerprints on it. And that doesn't kill me, fortunately, because, you know, if you're really hardcore on fingerprints, you're not going to like this knife because there's definitely going to be some on there. Or you're going to be constantly wiping it down. Very beautiful knife, though. All right. This is the one that was such a hit back when I first started collecting knives. And I couldn't find it anywhere. And then I went to Blade Show West in 2021, my very first Blade Show ever. They actually had it in Long Beach for 1 year. I mentioned this before. 65 of 100. This is the special. It has this mosaic pin in there for the button. Again, just like the Mordax, that button is just so fidgety. This is like one of the few that having just a back flipper is okay because it fidgets just so well. And then, of course, you can use the button if you like. Not a big fan on that, but it's an option. ProTech, aluminum handles, got little nicks on it. Definitely have been used, you know. So if I ever sell it, which I doubt I would ever sell this one, you know, I'd have to say, yeah, it's a user, and drop the price. But man, I love that knife, and it's got such a great memory attached to it. You know, just that was the standout from that year that I went to Blade Show. Definitely awesome. We're back to TRM again. This time it is the Shadow. Again with the Riverlock, if I'm right on that. They do have that pyramid shape. This one has it too. On the studs for this, and it really makes it much easier. You know, I said I like the ones that are more like tabs, more like tapered wedges type thing. But this one, because of the shape of it, is much easier than a lot of Axis locks, stud type Axis locks to use. This is a nice tall thin blade. A little different. Here's the Bulldog. We'll look at that. I think this is more of what you normally get with TRM. This has got a little bit different. It's a little taller blade, and you got a little clip on the front. So yeah, both of them are awesome. I really like this. What does it say it is? I think it's micarta. Yeah, it is micarta, but it looks like wood. And it's such a cool, the way they got, this is actually milled out here. I'm trying to get it in the light so you can see it. So this is milled out, and this is just the layers of the micarta over on this side. But they kind of match into each other. It's like, it kind of flows. It flows so nicely. Both sides. They really do a good job. I love that colorway on this thing. It's kind of like very earth tony. Very nice. Again, the action is amazing. Thin, slicey. TRM, what can you say? USA made. This one is a 20 CV blade again. And yeah, very nice. Very nice. Got those three rivers there meeting in the middle. Yep, I love it. The ergos on this are quite good. It's a little bit bigger knife. I mean, you got the Bulldog here. Kind of as we go, because I got one more from Three Rivers, and it's the big guy. But you can see that we're getting bigger. This one, you can get the full grip back here, but this is where this is where the money is right here. It just feels so good, and it just locks you in. Locks you in. So nice. Is there anything else that I didn't say about it? Again, with the clip. Oh, this one does reverse. Look at that. It's got that little filler tab. So from time to time, you will see it here. From time to time. Let's see what we got here. Nope, not on the ProTech. Not on the Telson. Let's see. Nope. Oh, yeah, you can do it. You can do it on the ZT. The ZT. Not exactly, you know, a classy knife per se. It's definitely a hard use beater bulldog of a knife. M4 steel, which matches how much of a work knife this thing is. Such a solid design, though. I mean, that's what brings it up into this price range. Just very solid. It's very much a lot like the Ramlock. This is what I was talking about. That kind of that tapered ramp kind of thing, with some texture in it. It just really makes it easy to flick. Very big, heavy knife. Feels good. The grinds on this are very nice, blacked out. That black and green. Where's the other one? A couple of black and greens here. I like that kind of look. Very nice. Very, very nice. Where are we at now? Nice texture on the G10 handles. It's odd to see G10 up in this level. You see a little bit of micarta, but special micarta. But then the rest of them are going to be fat carbons. We got a little micarta here, looking really good. So, you know, there's some things about this that kind of make you wonder, well, why is it up at this price range? Now, ZT, another USA-made knife. And there's a lot of steel here, a lot of M4. So that you are paying some for the brand, I believe. You know, just like with Benchmade, they kind of take it maybe to the next level. Spyderco even, you know, there's brand stuff going on. Like the Emerson here, you know, that's also a G10. 154 steel, and this was M4. So there's brands going on there. Emerson, ZT. Nice little cutout here for your thumb. Feels good. Little thumb ramp. Doesn't ramp up too much, but it does have some jimping there. Feels good. The texture in here helps with the grip. Like I said, it is fidgety, and it's just a heavy blade, so it's going to drop like no problem. And it's reversible. Reversible clip. So deep carry clip. Nothing special about it. It's just that folded metal, you know. Yeah, there's a few of them here. The folded metal. This one looks like it's got something a little bit more going on with it. This one's kind of thin, you know, thin up here and all that. It works. It seems strong enough. It's definitely got some tension on it. Another folded here, but it looks like a little bit more, you know, a little bit more effort. Even this one here, a little bit more in the design way of it. Anyway, it's just my opinion, of course. It's just what I think. But anyway, I did like this one. I did get this used, so I did pay a little bit less than the full price on it. But yeah, it's definitely a cool knife, and heavy, solid. You can work if you're willing to spend almost $300 and take this thing out to the job site and go at it. Then you know this is going to do the job for sure. This is the 0203. The one that recently came out, and everybody said, wow, ZT still knows how to make those big knives. So that's part of the reason why I needed to get it. You know, only got a couple ZTs in the collection. And so, you know, they're both really good. We'll see the other one coming up probably in the next half, part 2 of 3. But that's it, guys. Oh, yeah, we went over 30. That's it. This is the first of 3. You know, it's just going to get more premium as we go, and that's hard to believe because some of these are so good. Not trying to flex, not trying to make anybody feel bad or show off, say, hey, look how awesome my collection is or whatever. Certainly, there's many people that have way more, you know, premium collections than mine. But, you know, we all are where we are, right? And I'm just kind of showing it, and you guys seem to like it. I appreciate all the good comments, all the positive feedback I get. And we're just going to keep going. We got a bunch more. We're going to get up to the top. We got this one other case that gets the real top of the top. We got one that doesn't even make it into a case, and we'll do that one all by itself because it's the most special. Then we'll get back. We'll get back. We'll get into some of the fixed blades. We'll get into some of the slip joints. We're going to hit them all, guys. And there's a lot going on. You know, but we're kind of ramping up, and then we'll kind of ease back in, and we'll finish it off, and then we'll figure out where to go from there. So thanks for coming along for the ride, for the journey. I appreciate it. Definitely enough talking. Hopefully my throat is not getting worse because I'm doing these things. But anyway, hopefully I'll have a new knife to show you tomorrow. Otherwise, I got to figure it out. Or maybe there won't be a video. I don't know. We'll see what happens. You guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you on that next one.